Today, we're going to trace one of the most exciting stories there is, the journey of an entrepreneur. And this isn't just about defining a bunch of business terms. No, this is about the universal path of taking a simple idea and turning it into something real, something that actually makes an impact. Come on, I bet you have. That little spark, that little thought in the back of your head that says, hey, you know what? I could do this better. Or what if this actually existed? Well, that feeling, that's the exact starting point for the journey we're about to explore. You see, every great venture begins with that spark. It's the why. It's that core motivation that pushes someone to take a huge leap, often from a totally stable job right into the unknown world of creating something brand new. So let's meet our guide for this journey, a guy named Sami. His story is, well, it's a classic. He's bored, feeling micromanaged, and he just knows there's something more out there for him. It's this deep desire for a little freedom and purpose that's fueling his plan to start making and selling ceramic pots. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. And at its heart, what Sami wants to do is really the essence of all business activity. I mean, it's not just about making pots, right? It's about spotting a need, in his case, tourists looking for unique souvenirs, and then gathering everything you need to create a product that actually fills that need. And while the motivation for starting can be super personal, for the business to actually survive and maybe even grow, this simple equation is basically the law of the land. You have to bring in more money from your sales than you spend making your product. That profit, that's the lifeblood that lets the whole dream keep going. Okay, so you've got the idea, you've got the motivation. The why is crystal clear. So what's next? Well, now you need the what, the essential ingredients, the raw materials you need for any business venture. In economics, they have a fancy term for this, the factors of production. The best way to think about them is like the four legs of a table. You absolutely need all four of them for your business to stand on its own. They are land, labor, capital, and enterprise. For Sami, this isn't some abstract theory from a textbook. No way. Land is a small workshop he can rent. Labor is his own skill, his own two hands, plus maybe one person he hires to help out. Capital? Well, that's his tools, the kiln, the pottery wheel, and his raw materials like clay. An enterprise? That's the magic ingredient. That's Sami himself, his idea, his courage to take a risk, and his smarts to pull all these other pieces together. So having the building blocks is one thing, but actually putting them together to build something that lasts, whoa, that requires a strategist. It requires a solid game plan to face all the challenges that are definitely coming your way. And trust me, the challenges are very real. How are you going to get customers excited about what you're selling? Where is the money going to come from to even get started? Where do you set up shop? And maybe the biggest one, how do you convince people to choose you over everybody else? These are the big hurdles pretty much every entrepreneur, Sami included, has to figure out how to clear. Overcoming these hurdles takes serious grit, a ton of creativity, and sometimes a really great story. And the journey of Levi Roots and his reggae sauce is just a masterclass in turning pure passion into a world-famous brand. Now, Levi had an absolutely fantastic product, this incredible sauce based on a secret family recipe. But getting it from his kitchen to the market, that was tough. Banks just weren't interested. He faced rejection after rejection. But the key thing here is that he never, ever stopped believing in his product. Just look at this path to success. It's incredible. He started at a humble street stall, then took a massive leap of faith onto a national TV show, secured that crucial funding, and then used that fame to get a deal with a huge supermarket chain. Think about that. From a local carnival to shelves all across Europe. That's the power of a great product combined with just unstoppable determination. So, how do you actually channel that kind of determination? Well, you don't just wing it. You need a map. You need a blueprint that guides your decisions and, just as importantly, shows potential investors that you've really thought this through. And that's what a business plan is. Now listen, don't let the words business plan fool you. This isn't just some boring, dusty document you write once and forget about. It's your strategic guide. It's the living story of your business, where you are right now, where you're going, and exactly how you plan to get from A to B. It's a tool for your own clarity and a key for unlocking funding. At the end of the day, what a business plan really does is it forces you to answer all the tough questions before you're in too deep. A great plan tells a compelling story.
It proves you understand your customers. It lays out a believable strategy to reach them. And crucially, it shows that the numbers actually work.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. An entrepreneur's journey isn't just some personal quest. The choices they make, the businesses they build, they create this amazing ripple effect that can completely transform a community and sometimes even an entire economy. At the very heart of all this is one simple, fundamental truth. We can't have everything we want. There's only so much time, money, and resources to go around. This idea is called scarcity, and it forces everyone, from you and me to the biggest companies in the world, to make choices. It's the fundamental challenge that we call the economic problem. And here's the thing. Every single choice has a hidden price tag. It's not just about the money you spend. It's also about what you had to give up to make that choice. That's what we call opportunity cost. It's the value of the path you didn't take. So, let's say a business has a spare $100,000. They could pour it into a huge marketing campaign. Or they could buy new, faster equipment. If they choose the marketing, their opportunity cost is the better, more efficient production they sacrificed. But if they choose the machinery, the cost is all those new customers that big campaign might have brought in. See? Every single decision is a trade-off. And this is exactly why one entrepreneur's choices matter so much. When Sammy opens his pottery shop, he's not just making pots. He's creating a job. He's paying taxes that help fund roads and schools. He's buying his clay and paint from local suppliers, helping their businesses. He's adding a new choice for tourists, which makes things more competitive. One small business can create these incredible waves of value. So, we come full circle, right back to that idea you had at the very beginning. You've seen the spark, you have the building blocks, you know you need a game plan, and you understand the impact it can have. You have the blueprint. The only question left is, what are you going to create?